Am I really that much to handle? Breaking these niggas down like a camel. You don't really to throw you out.
This was on my spirit, and I figured I'd just get it off. I had to get it off. So, January 1st, 2025, I made a vow to read a couple pages of my Bible every day. Um, I grew up in the church, Bible study every Sunday, church every Sunday. Um, my relationship with God has always been kind of whatever everyone else said. So like when I was younger, my relationship with God was whatever my mom or my grandparents told me what it was. I've always believed, I've always been a believer because I've seen God work miracles. And just like I did a story time about how I went to a random man's house with my best friend, because we found a dog and he told us he can help us. That was God that got me out of there safely. So I've seen God work miracles, so I've always believed. But my relationship has strictly always been: if my mom says this is what it is, then this is what it is. If my grandma says this is what it is, then this is what it is. When I started Bible study as an adult, this is going to be my third year. It kind of was whatever they say it is in Bible study. My relationship with God has always strictly been, like I said, whatever whoever says it is what it is. Or it would be my nighttime prayers and my prayers before I eat. That was it. I didn't really talk to God too much. Ugh, this chapstick is wild. Unless I was going through something. So if something tragic or traumatic happens, then I would talk to God. Otherwise, I didn't really have much to say. I figured my mom talking, my grandparents talking, the people on Bible study praying for me. What I got to pray for? They got it. He hit them and they praying for me, so I'm good. I I was on a buddy pass. That's what it was given. But January 1st, 2025, I decided I wanted my own personal relationship with God. This was a decision that I made, that I came up with on my own. I want my own relationship with God. And with that, I decided every day I will open my Bible, even if I don't read a full chapter, which that was like I would try to do. I don't like this lip gloss. But even if I didn't read a full chapter, just read a couple pages because you ain't doing nothing anyway. And with that, I also would start my day with praise and worship every day faithfully from January 1st. And then February, the end of February, my cousin was murdered and I stopped. I stopped. I didn't open the Bible anymore. I stopped listening to praise and worship. I just stopped. So, because I was angry, hang on, because I don't cry. Oh, Jesus. So yeah, I was angry. I was mad. I was pissed. I talked to my cousin 2 days before he passed. 2 days before. The day before he passed, he texted me and he said, I love you. I love you, kid. That's the exact words. I said, I love you more. The next day, he was murdered. And I felt like, why didn't you stop it? Why did you let that happen? He was a good dad. He was just a good guy. And it bothered me. So, anyway, anyway, um, so I stopped. And things just started spiraling. All right, we good. I had to drink some water and pull it together, girl. So, where was I? So yeah, I stopped. That was like kind of it. Then my life started spiraling, and I couldn't figure out why. I'm like, what is going wrong? Like anything that it was like bad after bad after bad after bad. My cousin, then a bunch of personal stuff, just one after the other. And I'm like, I'm still not praying. I'm still like, excuse me. I'm still saying my daily, like my nighttime prayers, my dinner prayers, but I'm not praying the way I was. I'm not opening my Bible. I'm not starting my day with praise and worship. I'm walking into work. Everything is negative. I'm coming home. Everything is negative. And I just was frustrated. And I'm like, what is going wrong? What am I doing wrong? Like, I'm trying, Lord. And so I just was, I just became super frustrated. And like I said in one of my shorts, I'm super positive. I'm just a positive person. Like, because even with everything going wrong, I still was showing up. Whether it been to work, as a mom, as a friend, I'm still coming to people's birthday events. I'm still going to concerts. I'm still being a mother. I'm still taking my kids on outings. I'm still showing up to work. I'm still showing up for social media. I'm still making people laugh, smile, and my life is falling apart. And I'm like, I'm I'm not having it. I'm giving money to homeless people. I'm doing all of this, and I'm like, God, what is happening? And those would be the only little conversations I have with God in this little time frame. The God, what is happening? Fix it. You didn't fix it with my cousin, and now here we are, and you let my life just spiral. And I'm a good person. I'm doing everything right. And so today, fast forward, today I'm laying in my house, and I'm just like, I fasted. Let's fast. Let's rewind. I decided to fast. I did a 3-day fast a couple weeks back, right before Chris Brown's concert. And I started that fast. I watched a sermon. I read a scripture. And then the rest of my 3-day fast was me listening to affirmations and just writing down stuff I was grateful for. I didn't pray the way I should have. I didn't talk to God the way I should have. It was more so just affirmations. I'm grateful for the time that I did get with my cousin. I'm grateful for the time that I got with my grandparents. I'm grateful for my kids. I'm grateful for my mother. I'm grateful for my mother surviving a stroke. I'm grateful for my cousin texting me the day before he passed and telling me he loves me, because that was God. Take away things from that fast. I'm not going to say I didn't. But the stuff that I took away that I felt God gave to me, I didn't feel like God was putting me in a place to achieve the things that I took away. So again, I'm frustrated because I'm like, what the heck is going on? Like, you give me these confirmations and then help. I get it, faith without work does not work, but I'm working. I'm doing the things. But all in all, I was not doing the things. I wasn't praying. I wasn't reading the scripture. I was half assing it. And in my mind, I'm like, not to say it like that, but I'm like, in my brain, I'm like, bitch, you doing a good job, bitch, you, because I'm still showing up. I'm still playing my part. What I felt, and the frustration started to get even heavier on me, and I'm just like, I experienced. I went to Georgia, and I experienced a life that I want to sit in. This is what I want. I want the house. I want my kids to be able to go outside and play and be safe. I want, this is what I want. I don't want to have to clock in for anybody. I was there, I was just filming my content and editing the videos, and just, it just felt right. And then I came home and more spirals, more things going wrong, more. And I'm like, bruh, what's good? What is happening? And it just made the frustration even stronger because you gave me a taste of what my life could be, and just like that, it was snatched right back away. But having that taste of what my life could be like, I'm not stressed. Like, I wasn't stressed. I wasn't running around and feeling like I'm running like a chicken with his head cut off. I was at peace. I was happy. I was filming my content. I was, life just felt, life is worth living. And it felt like it was snatched away in a matter of seconds. Like the second I get to the, on, like the second I get touched down in New York, it was like automatically it was snatched from me. And I never thought I'd be the girl that be like, I'm old New York. When my mom moved from New York and she was like, we moving, you could come. Because at the time I was grown. I said, oh, absolutely not, lady. Have you lost your mind? You want me to leave my city? Oh, no. No, baby. Mm-mm. I'm going to stay. I'm going to stay. And we'll stay. And I don't know if it's I'm frustrated with New York. Because I always say, like, if I could afford a penthouse here, oh, baby, I'm staying. Penthouse me, please. But I feel it's overwhelming because I feel like a lot of times people when they think New York, they think about what the other people post, the people that are in these high rises and in these penthouses, and they're like, "Oh my God, New York is so beautiful, we love it." That's not what I'm living. I'm in the trenches. I'm fighting for my life every day, and I'm tired. So to go from that where you feel like you're fighting for your life every day to being my kids being able to walk to a pool, they walk into parks, they doing everything on their own, they in the front yard, in the backyard, just having a ball, and then right back to this. It was like a culture shock. Like, whoa, wait a minute now. And then getting home and then like everything that could possibly go wrong, going wrong, back to back to back to back, even more. And I'm already feeling like, what did you give me a taste of this life for, God? What was the point? What was the reason? Is you teasing me? This is Stephanie from Kind of the Future. The Devil is Busy. A big portion of this blog or testimony, I guess you could say, got deleted, but I'm going to sum it up quickly. I basically was saying, like, again, stating my frustrations and how running into my neighbor made me feel like God sees me and how I felt hurt because I'm seeing this person on a regular. She used to shop in the supermarket I worked in. It's been time she got my packages and bring them to my door, all of this stuff. And her being the person that was commenting on all this positive stuff threw me for a loop. And in that moment, I felt like a literal angel came out the sky with a halo and a white robe and wings. And yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. But you know, the devil is busy when you're trying to share testimony and positivity and spread the gospel. Things gonna go wrong. So yeah, I'm gonna insert this where that would have been. And yeah, long live Duke. And I'm trying to figure out what's going wrong, what's going wrong, what's going wrong. And again, I'm feeling like you doing a good job. You, because I'm still showing up, even with life falling apart. And in the words of Beyonce, I'm an artist. I'm sensitive about my shit. One thing about me, I like I said, I could take constructive criticism. I can take an insult. I went viral a few times and been called everything but a child of God. Every racial slur you could think of, they done call me. Did not affect me. But when I'm already going through it and I'm showing up and I'm feeling like everything that's go wrong is going wrong and I'm doing what I can and I'm showing up consistently and then people are commenting and saying little things like, oh no, you should post this or this would be better or that would be better. That bothered me. And so I got angry or whatever. I don't even want to say I got angry. I just got annoyed because you don't see me trying. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I said my little clap back, whatever. I just said block me. If you don't like what I'm putting out, block me. Then through all of this, I had somebody on here that would always comment on my stuff, and they would just comment positive stuff and uplifting stuff, and that they're praying for me, and that they want to see me do great. And then I would post certain things where, like, only if you live near me you would know what it is. And they'll be like, they'll say things, and I'm like, who is this? But I don't know who it is because they don't have any content. They don't have any pictures. So I'm just like, who is this? But I never really thought anything of it. And I'm laying in my room today, and I'm just asked. I prayed slightly. I'm asking God for a sign. I'm like, do I keep going? Do I give up? Like, give me a sign on what to do. Help. Like, help me. And I get out the elevator today, and she goes, Stephanie. And I'm looking at her like, because I'm already just irritated. So I'm already stone faced, just irritated, bonnet on, running to get my kids some juice. And it's a bunch of teenagers in the hallway, smoke all in the air. I'm already just, ugh, okay, more, more. And she's like, Stephanie. And I'm like, hey, hey. And she's like, it's me. I'm the one that be commenting on your posts. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So she's like, come here, I wanted to talk to you. And she just starts praying. And when I say, if I never had confirmation from God in that moment, that was the clearest sign that I've ever felt in my life. Ever. She just started praying these positive words over me. And just, it was really nice. And just speaking positivity over me. And she's like, you gotta pick up your Bible. And it just, like, something clicked. And I'm talking to her, and I'm telling her, like, January I started reading my Bible, and then I stopped. And so it's like God just gave me more of a confirmation of, like, even when you forget about me or you're angry at me, I still didn't forget about you. Because, baby, when I tell you, I made a video recently saying, like, I feel like God forgot about me. Because I feel like I'm doing everything right, but nothing is happening. Like, what am I doing wrong that I keep getting skipped over? I'm blessing others. I'm doing the right thing. I try to be positive. I mean, I don't live a perfect life because I'm not a perfect person. I don't have kids out of wedlock. I'm I cuss like a sailor. Hang on. So yeah, I'm not a perfect person, but I'm trying. I'm trying, and I'm doing what I can, and I keep getting skipped over and forgotten. But in those months when I took the time to make time for God, so much positive stuff happened in my life. I went from working in a supermarket and being frustrated and not getting enough hours and angry and going through it to getting a job as a buyer in a sneaker store. And so much positive stuff happened in that time. And in the moment, I may not have noticed because you're living in it, and it's not these big extravagant things like a G-Wagon ain't fall out the sky. I ain't just get a mansion. So the little blessings sometimes are harder to notice than the big extravagant blessings. And I am a victim of being like, all right, you did that, but can you do this? Drop me a million. And so it's just like running into her was like running into a literal angel. That's what it felt like God sent me. A literal angel out the sky. Because you would have thought she had wings on her back and dressed in all white in a halo. Because that's what it felt like in that moment. literally unexpected. I'm laying there, like I said, and I'm asking for a sign. And here come my kids, like, we need juice, we need juice. Juice, juice, juice. And the middle of me trying to have a moment with God, here they come, and I'm just like, ugh, okay, whatever. And soon as the door opened, and the crazy thing is, I was so tunnel vision, just seeing, already ready to be irritated, and she just embraced me, and I'm just like, so shouts out. I don't know if she wants her name on here, but shouts out to my girl. She knows exactly who she is, and I'm sure she'll watch this. And I need to work more on my relationship with God because, baby, like I said, I was angry. I'm still angry and I'm working on not being angry because that's just something that I already have a hard time processing death, and I've dealt with death before, with like when it comes to old age and sickness, but I never dealt with anybody being murdered. I never dealt with anything like that. And I seen my cousin. I seen the pictures of him on social media. It was sent to my phone. So I seen him, and I never experienced anything like that before. So that was really hard. And I was mad because literally the day before I spoke to him, and I never understood like the people when somebody would get killed or something. They like answer the phone. I just talked to you. I'm like, girl, really? But in that moment, I understood because it's like, I just talked to you. How is this possible? You were smiling and happy and upbeat. There was so much life in your eyes. And then, yeah. So, I don't know where I'm going with this. But I do know that that was a sign from God to lock back in, to focus. And everything that I want in this life and in this world is out there as long as I stand 10 toes in my faith. Because even sometimes that faith in that mustard seed is a bit like, ugh, I'm trying, Lord. But in that moment, running into my neighbor, though, and finding out she's the person that's been commenting and posting all this positive stuff and it felt like a moment of God saying, I see you. You have not been forgotten. And that just kind of made me feel so like, after speaking to her, I never felt so at peace. Just literally, they was fighting as I was walking back in the building, and I just floated by. Yeah, I am anointed, baby. God has got me. And I just felt seen in that moment. Like, God hears me. Even though I felt like I was forgotten and unheard and what's going on. But even feeling like, what's going on? What's happening? I felt in that moment, I felt seen. And it wasn't even just by her. I felt seen by God. God used her to show me that He's here. He's with me. He got me. I sleep with my Bible near my bed every day. And like I said, the end of February, my cousin passed on February 24th. I have not picked that Bible up. When I tell you tonight, she will get read. She will get read. Tomorrow, we reading. The next day, we reading. And even if I have to use my content as an accountability thing where I read a chapter or something with you guys to keep me accountable and to keep me focused, it's gonna get read. I just had to tell you this. This is kind of a testimony. I don't know if you would call this a testimony, but I am grateful, and I'm grateful for her.